राम राजीवलोचनम् जय जयति जय रघुवंशभूषण राम राजीवलोचनम् भयतापकण्डन जगतामण्डन ध्यानगम्यमगोचरम् भयतापकण्डन जगतामण्डन ध्यानगम्यगोचरम् जय जयति जय रघुवंशभूषण राम राजीवलोचनम् अद्वैत अविनाशी अद्वैत अविनाशी अनन्दित मोक्षप्रद हरिरञ्जनम् अद्वैत अविनाशी अनन्दित मोक्षप्रद हरिरञ्जनम् अद्वैत अविनाशी अनन्दित मोक्षप्रद हरिरञ्जनम् भवचरण तव निधि पारुनायक सर्वजगत विटम्बनम् भवचरण तव निधि पारुनायक सर्वजगत विटम्बनम् जय जयति जय रघुवंशभूषण राम राजीवलोचनम् भयतापकण्डन जगतामण्डन ध्यानगम्यमगोचरम् जय जयति जय जय जयति जय जय जयति जय रघुवंशभूषण राम राजीवलोचनम्. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the International Scribe Meet. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts as we are on for a ride. Today, we make a journey from the past to the present and into the future of scribing. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Rose, and I have been a scribe at OG since 2017. It is my great pleasure to be here and to meet all of you and to hear our distinguished guests share their experience and insight about the scribing journey. Medical scribing is now revolutionizing the medical practice, and studies have proved this. To give a rough idea about the boom in medical scribing, the average number of active physicians in the United States in 2018 was about 500,000, of which about 20% use scribes and 10% plan on using a scribe in the near future. It is estimated that by 2020, the number of scribes will grow five-fold to over 100,000. In India, scribes go through a training process to become professional scribes and go on to work with their doctors for a long period of time. This allows for a unique rapport developing between two people at opposite ends of the world, and I'm sure each and every one of us can testify to that. To give an example, my provider is a great advocate of exercise, and I share with her how I like playing badminton. We also share jokes about our experiences, about her running, about my badminton. It's a one-of-a-kind experience. Now, of all the scribing companies, why OG? What makes an OG scribe unique? One factor is that each and every scribe at OG takes very seriously the importance of safeguarding protected health information. It is one of the things that becomes hardwired right from the first day of training. Another factor is the great provider feedback about the quality of work. Some of our scribes have received gifts from their provider as a token of appreciation, and some other providers have even recommended the service to other providers because of the quality of service they receive from their scribes. One of the exciting things I would also like to share about being an OG is that the journey of a scribe does not end at just being a scribe. There are ample opportunities for professional growth available for scribes who come from various backgrounds. Many of our scribes have now become super scribes, trainers, deputy client managers, based on the skill set they built and showcased while at the company. Here, professional development opportunities are many that could be taken advantage of. One of the founding principles of OG is learn something new. All of us are encouraged to be proactive, step forward, and seize the opportunity, continually build ourselves. One of the remarkable things I find at OG is the work culture, the approachability of everyone, be it the security, fellow scribes, our client manager, higher management staff. It is something anyone can vouch for. It makes communication effective and minimizes confusion and apprehension. Another remarkable thing I find here is the approach of thinking out of the box. While there may be a temptation to select only those with a medical transcription background, OG keeps an openness to those from non-transcription backgrounds as well, and believes in the potential of each and every employee. Since the beginning of my journey, I have come to see the gradual transformation of some of my fellow scribes. I have seen people who started out as reserved and shy, who have now become confident and assertive during their time in this company, thanks to the support and encouragement they received from everyone at OG. I know someone personally who started out from scratch. She started out using 2 fingers to type. Now, she is handling an account which is one of the most challenging workloads. She handles it effectively and so smoothly. I actually look up to her as a shining example of her hard work paired with the company's faith in the potential of an employee. With a booming demand for scribes and with the right tools for growth in a company, the opportunities are endless. I say, seize the opportunity. Be aware and proud of the difference we are making in the healthcare industry, and be persistent and motivated. The future beckons us to take the leap. I now call Tony, Gaurav, Srikant, and Manish to light the lamp. Leave as well, please.
I would request Abid, Ishaq, and Sachitanand to please join Tony and Gaurav to light the lamp. Sanj Patel, I would request you to please come. It is Sanj Patel. Request everyone to please stand.
Does not involve speaking in front of people.
Documentation industry for 22 years. He worked at Health Scribe before and now steers the operations at OG with his keen insight and determination. Anyone who knows him on a personal level can vouch for his willingness to help and his ability to be a great mentor. I welcome him to the stage now. Put your hands together for Sanjeev.
Good evening. Oh, we have a problem already. What is the problem, guys? We are OG Healthcare. We are energy abundance. Where is the spirit? Good. Okay, let me do this all over again. Good evening. Okay, that's something now. That gives me energy. Okay, it's a proud moment for me to stand here and welcome each one of you to this gala evening, the culmination of the Medical Scribing week of OG Healthcare. The week started off on the 4th of February. We had fun, games, entertainment, food, frolic, and here we are at this gala event as we get to the culmination of the Medical Scribing week. Now, what is this week all about? This week is a celebration of you, a celebration of the medical scribing profession, a celebration of your unrelenting dedication, passion and spirit to provide impeccable service to your providers, our clients. I can see an August gathering with our special guests, so let me take this occasion to profusely thank our guests for making it to this event and making this so special for us. First of all, welcome to Gaurav, the country manager, India Augmedics, for being amongst us. I want to welcome Abid, the partner performance manager, Augmedics. Now, although Abid and Gaurav represent Augmedics, our client, I take the liberty to say that they are part of the OG family. So a big round of applause to the two of them. A special welcome to Srikanth and Manoj, our all-weather friends from Elico. Guys, this means a lot to us. You flew down from Hyderabad exclusively for this event to be amongst us, and that means a lot to OG. I guess our partners in crime, CPMS, is somewhere probably stuck on their way. They should be here later today. A big welcome to them. We'll welcome them when they're here. So, what is this all about? The next few hours are about you, our scribes, who are instrumental in taking the company to where it is today. I remember starting off with 5 trainees, not knowing what this process is all about. We did not know the end when we started. There was a tunnel that was dark, there was no light. The only thing that kept us going was this, I think this burning desire to crack the code of medical scribing, to build a big company that we believed we could with the kind of people we were planning to recruit, and the trust that we had in the basic tenets of human endurance and perseverance. Tony always talks about perseverance, and we believed we could build a big company in spite of the process being as complex as it is, but rewarding as well. So what was our journey? I mean, let me touch upon the journey a little bit. It took us 5 years to get to where we are. These 5 years were started with multiple emotions. We had highs and lows, we had peaks and troughs, trials and tribulations, joys, jubilations, and I think that is what made this journey so special. More than anything, if there is one thing that I say that makes this journey unquestionably worth the while, is all of you, the family that we have built of such fabulous people that are standing in front of me, a family that we are all so proud to be part of. Thank you. Now I request Tony, the CEO of OG Healthcare, to come forward and say a few words.
Okay. Good evening, OG Healthcare. That's not very good, is it? That was a lot less, that was quieter than what you did for Sanjeev. Right? Not very good, eh? So, good evening, OG Healthcare. Now we're getting somewhere. So first of all, let me thank all of you for turning up tonight. We've got a fantastic turnout. Let me also thank the guests, Manoj, Shrikant, Gaurav and Abid, for coming along. It makes me very proud that guests who are really busy give us their weekend time to be with us on this occasion. It also makes me proud when I look at all of you and I've seen how much every single one of you has grown. Not just as a scribe. I kind of take that as axiomatic. Of course you're going to grow as a scribe. We train you to death and we expect the result. And boy, do we get a result. But I think probably more important than just being a scribe, if that's not important enough, is to see you grow as human beings. Both as human beings, as fellow human beings, but to see your skill sets evolve and develop. Sometimes, as some of the managers will know, I get very frustrated with them. I probably could use another term, but frustration is probably as good as we're going to get, right? But they persevere, probably don't understand what I'm saying at the time, but over time, with a bit of coaching maybe, and a bit of encouragement, I always see they achieve the desired goal. Always, right? And it's that perseverance that hopefully will set us apart. Now, I go back 5 years, and OG Healthcare was nothing like I see before me today. There was one particular night that will always stick in my not even imagination, was 001 had just gone live. And I was sitting there at 3 o'clock in the morning, minding my own business, and the door to the production facility opened up, and 001 zoomed down the floor. And about 2 minutes later, she zoomed back. And I said, what the hell's going on? Has the doctor upset her so much? Oh, that was just a break. Then I knew 2 things. This is an incredibly different process to what I had previously experienced. And secondly, the client comes first. And in that moment, 001 crystallized the first tenet of OG Healthcare. The client comes first. I was really impressed. I couldn't tell her, and I'll probably never have told her ever since, because she's always too busy, right? So those were one of the moments that stick in your mind, and they're the moments that perhaps make or break the company. She could have taken a completely different route, told her doctor, give me half hour, I need to take a break. She didn't mention to the doctor. She dashed and dashed back. Good exercise maybe, but client came first. So they are really good moments. And those were actually quite fun days when we were all learning. And I remember arguing with Sanjeev and Wahid and Kudos how to train people. And boy, did we argue, right? And there, during that journey, all of us had seeds of doubt. This is really complex. And the seeds of doubt started from when Augmedics first said, we want you to be our Scribe partner, but we're not going to give you any training material or any training help. Oh, we want you to work it out. Pretty daunting. Very daunting. But that first team, along with Sanjeev and Wahid, even though I had moments of doubt, it was only a moment. It was literally only a moment. Some of the first set of scribes had more than a moment, and I remember once when someone who's now a TPS, client manager, trainer, etc., experienced scribe said, "Damn, this can't be done. I can create a note, but it's going to take me 20, 30 minutes after the end of the interaction." Everyone looked at everyone. No one at that moment had ever done a note in real time, ever. So, this is when leaders come to the fore. That moment, Wahid got up and said, "Choose a video. Your choice." The video was chosen. He sat down at the screen and said, "Watch." Bear in mind, he'd never done it either. And lo and behold, within 10 minutes, the space of the video, we had a complete chart, picture perfect, word perfect, and given it's Wahid, medically perfect. Real leadership. And from that moment, the first 5 trainees never questioned whether it could be done. They only questioned when it could be done. Right? So those are 2 very memorable moments from those early days. There are other ones that Sanjeev and I will probably talk about over a beer, because it probably was over a beer. So we've grown from those early days to a pretty big company. Not the biggest, but pretty big, right? We've come probably further than I would have anticipated, because I know how difficult it is to be a scribe. I also know how difficult it is to build a scribe company. But it's been built, right? It's actually been built, and that is really thanks to all of you people. We couldn't have built the company without trainers, TPSs, scribes, network engineers, finance staff, quality assurance. Everyone plays their role, and you are part of the journey, and in fact, you are the journey. All right? So, my hat's off to you, because you've achieved, think about it, what no other company in the world has achieved. No other group of people of comparable size has even remotely got close. Pretty impressive stuff, right? And when I give the speech on day 1 of training, I want you to be world class. Everyone looks at me and say, and they communicate, "Is he mad?" I may be mad, but I also believe. You have built a world-class company, and you should be incredibly proud, because I am, so you should be. So, we've had an interesting journey. 5 years, tough 5 years, but an interesting and rewarding journey. But we are not going to stop. right? If we're big now, I hope in 5 years' time, we'll be unrecognisably big. Yes, big in size, but big in diversity, big in skills, and just have that feel of a big company. So our goal, yes, we are predominantly a scribe company, and we've had to focus on something very difficult to get that level of expertise. But going forward, I want OG Healthcare to be something more than just a scribe company. Remember, we've chosen a name OG Healthcare, we haven't chosen the name OG Scribe Care, right? And there is a reason for that. And the reason is, once you've built the foundation, which we have, we can start slowly but surely to diversify and push into other product areas. Now, why do we want to do this? We want to do it for a number of reasons. I think the world needs to use your skill set, not just in the narrow field of office visit scribing. Now, there are other areas where perhaps we can go. It will be far more difficult than office visits. Emergency care, surgery, first responders. Far, far more difficult because of the chaotic environment which we will have to scribe in. So, we want to be more than a scribe company. And it's interesting, over the past year, we have been found by a number of companies in two or three countries who found us. They found us through reputation, not through our aggressive sales. And it's also interesting that the people who referred those companies to us, I've only known for 2 years or less. And these are not long contacts. These are contacts I have generated and you have generated on our scribe journey. And they have referred a number of companies to us who want to use the skill set because they see the skill set and the culture of actual compliance, which is really important in the modern world, and the culture of we will persevere until we succeed. This is the company they want to work for. That is why they have come to us. All of the 5 companies we are now talking to came to us, and they all said essentially the same thing. You're unique. We've surveyed the American market, the Indian market, but you are unique. You actually do try to live the spirit of real compliance, not just say you do and everyone knows you don't. We want to work with you. Now, all those 5 companies are wanting us to work in innovative and niche, more high margin products, right? And why do we want to go high margin and go high end? Because that is difficult. and it's probably more difficult than the scribe journey we've already been on. One of my beliefs, and I've said to you on a number of occasions, I do not want to run an Indian company that races to the bottom like most Indian companies. I want to run a company that perhaps races to the top, where the people within the company can see themselves evolving and developing, not just being under continual pressure to do that extra chart for ever lower cost. So we want to push into more niche areas, which is why we're working with a local hospital to design a discharge process. It's really very interesting. Wahid and I are doing that. And I hope one day, when we get an assignment like that, some of you, if not all of you, I can give those assignments to. Because you need to grow, as just when I was your age, I needed to grow, right? So, the future is very bright. But it's not without its challenges. We're going to have lots of management challenges, lots of challenges along the way. We are going to make mistakes, but that's good, because at least it means we're trying. And I want you to be part of that journey, which is why this week we launched our professional training program, so we can structure it and help you evolve and develop your skills. Now, I can put a training program in place, which we have. I can't do it for you. Only you can do it. So I am calling on you not only to complete the courses that you have agreed to. That's the easy bit. The difficult bit is applying that knowledge in reality. That's really difficult. So, when you do your courses in the next year, think about, this is just not a nice training program, this is my future. I will invest in you and invest money, time, management time, but you have to assimilate new skills, evolve your current skills, and then deploy them for the benefit of the clients, of yourself, and to the company. All right? So, we need to do that. Now, so in summary, we want to be different. We want to be big, yes. We need to be the best in everything we do. Sometimes we will fail. That's inevitable. But we need to strive to be the best. And when we fail, we need to pick ourselves up, learn from our failure, and then move on and achieve being the best. Not in India, not in Britain, not in Europe, not in America, but to be the best. We need to race to the top, not the bottom. This strategy is perhaps different, but I believe it can be done for the very reason the people standing or sitting in front of me, for no other reason. Sometimes you will complain, and maybe you're right to complain, but it's part of the journey to success. This way we can diversify our products, diversify our client base, and diversify our skill base. So I do expect additional clients. However, let me say this. Obmedics 5 years ago gave us a unique opportunity to show what we can do. And without them, we would not be here today. So even though we have not other clients, we have other processes, we should never forget our history and where we came from. And we should always go that extra mile for our first client. Always. Without any question whatsoever. So, I think the future looks bright. It's a wonderful experience to be here tonight, and I hope in 5 years we are celebrating again, and yes, in 5 years' time I also promise to wear a suit. Thank you.